Are you still looking at me? Are you
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your brother Ugo Austin. Please help me subscribe to my channel and click the bell button to get notification when next I upload a video.
So I am today announcing that I will resign as leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party on Friday the 7th of June, so that a successor can be chosen. It is, and will always remain, a matter of deep regret to me that I have not been able to deliver Brexit. It will be for my successor to seek a way forward that honours the result of the referendum. To succeed, he or she will have to find consensus in Parliament where I have not. I will shortly leave the job that it has been the honour of my life to hold. The second female Prime Minister, but certainly not the last. I do so with no ill will, but with enormous and enduring gratitude to have had the opportunity to serve the country I love.
Theresa May quits in May. Who is Theresa May? Theresa May is our Prime Minister, the Prime Minister of Great Britain. She quits with tears in her eyes last Friday on the 24th of May 2019. She quit her job with tears in her eyes, with a cracked voice. So, however, that's not the reason why I'm doing this video. I just want to, discuss about some of the policies Theresa May created when she was the Home Secretary. Theresa May became the Home Secretary in 2009-2010 when Tory government, won the general election. Then David Cameron was the Prime Minister. So he appointed Theresa May as his Home Secretary. Then David Cameron resigned in 2016 after losing the EU referendum votes. He called for a referendum. Basically, he thought that UK was going to vote for Remain. But when UK voted to leave, David Cameron sensed that the economy would not be in a good condition. He knew very well that there will be a problem in the economy. There will be a problem in the country. David Cameron did the honorable thing by resigning. Then Theresa May assumed his position. She came into power in 2016. When she was the Home Secretary, there are a lot of policies she created, which caused a lot of controversy. I'll be talking about some of the policies. So this is part 1 of the video. Part 1 of the Theresa May policies as a Home Secretary. And why am I bringing out these policies? There are a lot of policies that she created which caused a lot of families apart. A lot of families was torn apart. Families got ripped off. Children was denied of their both parents' presence in their life. A lot of families was heartbroken just because of the policies. But our Prime Minister didn't cry because she was forced out of office, and we saw her resign with tears in her eyes. So one of the policies I want to talk about today is the Windrush generation. The Windrush generation. Now, what do I mean by Windrush? The Windrush generation, this is the first Commonwealth citizens generation who came to UK before 1973. They came into this country to rebuild their country. And when they came, what happened? They were given automatic citizenship because basically they came to rebuild the country. They came to make the country great again. And they succeeded in doing that. Okay? Now, and they've been living freely. They've been living without any fear of favor, without any fear of their life. They've been living in the country, enjoying the benefits of a citizen. Okay? But however, in 2010, when Theresa May became the Home Secretary, what did she do? With her policy, she created the Windrush generation, the boarding card, the landing card that these people came into the country with. God destroyed. Okay? God destroyed. And a lot of these families, most of them, they've died, but their generations, the Home Office started sending them threatening, messages, deportation, letters. Some of them who traveled, they got denied entry into the UK. What am I saying? Basically, they became illegal just under Theresa May. Okay, a lot of families was separated. A lot of families was deported. A lot of them was taken to deportation camp. And this carried on. They cried. A lot of them was heartbroken. Okay, some of them, they denied them from working. They denied them from enjoying healthcare services. They denied them from their benefits. I remember a case of a man named Albert Thompson. This man faced 54,000 healthcare bill because he was sick. He went to the hospital, okay, and he was billed 54,000 pounds. This is a British citizen, just because of his details was deleted, and he was tagged an illegal citizen. A lot of families was never happy. A lot of families cried their eyes out. A lot of families was treated like second-class citizen. Okay. A lot of them was treated like illegal immigrants just because of what? Because of our Prime Minister's policy. Okay, it affected a lot of families. Okay, this Windrush generation controversy affected not less than 50,000 British citizens. This is how huge the problem was. Amber Rudd, who was the Home Secretary then, took the bullet for her. Because of the gravity of the problem, Amber Rudd took the bullet and she resigned. Okay, because the pressure was too much. The problem this issue created was huge. People was treated like illegal immigrants, and these are people who are citizens. Okay, another law created by our then Home Secretary, who is our current Prime Minister Theresa May, was a marriage law. Okay, these draconian changes really affected a lot of people and still affect a lot of families till date. Okay, this marriage law separated a lot of families. This affected a lot of children. This law affected a lot of families and still keep affecting families. Affected people falling in love. Affected people trying to, get married. Okay? People, you deny them the basic human needs, which is happiness. Okay? Now, what are these changes to marriage law? This marriage law applies to only British people. Now, for them to fall in love or for them to get married to a non-British or EU spouse, they must have an income threshold of 18,600. They must have an income threshold of 18,600. So basically, what am I talking about? What I'm saying is, if you are a British person, if you are a British man, or if you are a British woman, for you to get married to a person who is not a British citizen, you must be earning 18,600. So basically, I know Britain is a multicultural country. Okay, it's a country where you have a lot of cultures. The implication of this law is, if you are a British citizen, you can never get married to a non-British citizen except you are earning up to 18,600. Now, what this law says is, if you are a non-British citizen or a non-EU citizen, if you fall in love and you want to get married to someone who is a British citizen, if that person is not earning up to that 18,600, that person need to reconsider. You need to reconsider your position, because basically that person is not qualified. That person is not qualified for you to fall in love with him or her. That's exactly what that law is all about. That law is a yardstick to fall in love. A yardstick before you get married, before you fall in love, not even getting married, before you fall in love. You, as a British citizen, must earn 18,600 minimum. And if you are a non-British citizen or a non-EU citizen, for you to consider getting married to someone who is a British citizen or having a relationship with someone who is a British citizen, if that person is not earning up to 18,600, then to hell with that person. Okay? Tell me how that is beneficial. Personally, my opinion, this is bullshit. Okay, this law is just uncalled for. This is the only, UK is the only country that, uses this law to scare people away. All the policies they've introduced, people say they are anti-immigrants. The environment become hostile. The immigrants who are in the country, they are being treated with hostility. The marriage visa route used to be 2 years. Then after 2 years, then you can apply for your indefinite leave to remain. But when the Tory government came into power, and our Prime Minister, who was then the Home Secretary, assumed office, she changed the route from 2 years to 5 years. So basically, after getting married to a British citizen, if you've not spent up to 5 years and if the marriage collapses, then you will leave the country. If you get married to a British spouse, then the marriage collapses 2, 3, 4 years after that, then you are expected to leave the country and go back to your home country. So she changed it from 2 years to 5 years, after which you can now qualify to apply for your indefinite leave to remain. Okay, the application fee is nothing to talk about. People from non-EU countries, when they want to extend their visa or make a fresh application, they pay not less than £1,000. Tell me how that is fair. If you are a British citizen and you are married to a non-British citizen, when that person is applying for his or her visa, spouse visa, before that person pays for visa application, that person must first of all pay for a healthcare surcharge, which is about £1,000 or 1,200, depending on how many years you want to renew your visa. Personally, I see these laws as draconian. I see these laws as unfair. I see these laws as immigration unfriendly. I see these laws as discriminatory. Okay, this is how I see these laws personally. Okay, now these laws created by our Prime Minister separated a lot of families. This law separated a lot of friends. Children stayed without their father or mother, and families on daily basis cries. They cry day and night because it's either their father is not with them or their mother is not with them. And to crank the whole thing, the single parents who happens to stay in the country, some of them are working fathers and working mothers, and you give them kids to look after and still work to contribute to the economy. It puts a lot of pressure on them because they can never look after their kids and work at the same time. What is your take on it? I'm out. Thank you.